Welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to Vintage Challenge on Saturday, first Saturday challenge of 2023. We are going to play a Sweet Brew. I have a Legacy port to Vintage. I have Mono Red Painter. I've played around with this a couple times on the channel, but I really like what's going on with Fable the Mirror Breaker. Card's just really sweet. So we're going to try a just like a little techie version. I'm playing no Ancient Tombs because I find off-color Moxen kind of fulfill the same role as Ancient Tomb, and I'd rather have access to all my red mana so I can play turn 1 Goblin Welder, turn 2 Goblin Engineer. That's the main play we're looking to accomplish here. Against combo, going Welder into Engineer, put a Citadel in play is really good. Against creature decks, going Welder, Engineer, put a Portal of Phyrexia into play is going to work pretty well as well. Including the nice Phyrexian Dragon Engine. It's a sweet one. It really gives you some sweet late game card drawing ability. When you bring this from the graveyard to the battlefield, you discard your hand and draw 3. So most of the time you don't have a hand at that point, so you're just drawing 3. We are going to play a pretty wide range of tutorable targets with a Needle, a Top, and a Lantern in the main. 4 blasts, play some Spirit Guides. I have been testing Bitter Reunion as another way to do card advantage and selection inside of red decks. We can, discard one of our big cards if we happen to draw it, and then we get to actually draw 2 cards. And also the ability to sack this and give a Welder or an Engineer haste is definitely relevant. Has come up a couple times already in testing. So sideboard Fury is insane. Magus is pretty good against a variety of decks that we can sometimes struggle with. I am going to try to play a Sphinx as another, this is kind of like a Tinker deck, but with a bunch of red Tinkers. So we're trying to play a Sphinx. And then on the play, Chalice and Trinisphere have never been better than they are right now, probably, as cards you want to play on the play. So we're going to jump right into round 1. Let's see what we can do. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. Round 1, we're up against Mog. Mog plays a variety of different aggressive decks. A lot of time they're playing Shops, but I've seen them play Merfolk recently, so we'll see what they have for us today. I'm going to keep this one. It's a little light on action, but I think Pyroblast and Welder cover our bases pretty well. Let's go with Mountain, Lotus, Welder. I've done that before. I've definitely forgotten to join before. And I'm going to just name blue. That's going to give me a much wider range on this Pyroblast. Obviously, the naming blue in Vintage comes with a lot of downside. Giving people the ability to force pitching any card is definitely relevant. But I kind of figured we had an Ancient Tomb coming here. So the good news is we can kill anything from their deck using this Pyroblast, and then we can effectively Welder all their artifacts in and out. If they're playing mono white, things get a little harder, where we have the ability to Pyroblast something, but we don't have like a great Welder ability. We are, of course, 1 grindstone away from winning this game, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, there's not a ton of grindstones in this deck. I think when you play Urza Saga, you can get away with not playing as many of these grindstones. I know Legacy plays 2. Sometimes I play 1. All right, I don't know what happened. Our opponent was casting something, and then they haven't cast anything yet. So we'll see where this goes. Our best draw is, I think Grindstone's obviously are one of our best draws, but also Engineer's an insane draw here. We, depending on the matchup, we can just go Engineer into Citadel or Engineer into Port of Phyrexia. So They're triple queuing. That does sound like Mogged. Mogged is one of the most winning players on Magic Online, and they typically play lots and lots of things. So it looks like they're playing the Modern Showcase, the Vintage Challenge, and the Standard Challenge right now. All right, so Revoker on blue. They are going to play Aggro Shops. Not Revoker on blue. Revoker is blue. Revoker on Welder, which is going to be quite good here. The good news for us is we have our answer with Pyroblast. So if we want to do welding things, we can do welding things. We also have the ability to weld Lotus for mana. So if we were to like draw Portal of Phyrexia, we could do some really cool things there too. We didn't draw anything, so I think we're just going to pass back. Don't think I am interested in attacking here. This is a 1/3, blocks this pretty well. Here's a workshop. Let's see what they've got for us. Sure. Ballista would be pretty annoying. We've got Automaton into Metamorph. I think that's fine. Probably it will be another Revoker on Welder or an Automaton. I really want a Portal of Phyrexia right now. That'd be pretty fun. Maybe they do a Revoker and they name Grindstone. That could also work. Yeah, here's a Revoker. They could name Welder again to protect around, to play around Pyroblast as well. See what they choose. I guess they could name Lotus. They did choose Grindstone. All right, well, I don't really have other artifacts in their yard, so if I were to like kill this Revoker and swap it out with like a Metamorph or a Revoker, it doesn't really get me too far. Swapping it out with an Automaton could be good later. I think I'm just going to hold. Again, all I really want to see is an Engineer here, which we did not get. So we've drawn land every turn. That's not been good. We could make some 1/1 spirits, though, and maybe have a cool block. We haven't lost any mana crypt flips, though, so that's pretty lucky. Wasteland, sure. Nettle Cyst. Okay. Things are starting to get hard. At some point, I think we're just going to have to unlock our Welder. Ginger Brute. Okay. I wonder if they're going to like equip the Nettle Cyst. Oh, Thorn. Okay. Everything is still pretty bad. All right. So I don't think I want to take 5. I can either block with a Spirit or I can shoot this Revoker and swap with the Automaton. The problem with swapping with a Revoker is going to be that, well, then they're just going to name Welder again. I think the answer here is just make this blockers and just use them for now. I still really just want Portal to Phyrexia. So just need an Engineer in my life. Wait, I'm an Engineer. Specifically a Goblin Engineer. We just need to draw action. We could still win this game with just a Grindstone. Obviously, Saga's covered with Wasteland, so Saga's not good right here. Even Black Lotus, or even a Citadel is fine. All right, did lose a flip. Drew a Needle. Man. This has not gone well for me. I feel like we Needle Nettle Cyst. I don't think I care about getting Wastelanded right now. If I had a Saga, that would be different. So what we can do is we can I mean, if we needle Nettle Cyst, eventually we could like swap Nettle Cyst with Welders. But the problem is to blow up. Says to get my Welder activated, I need my opponent to have a creature die or something. I don't know what the plan is here. The problem is I have to blow up this Revoker, and what I need to do is find another welding target that's not to get in the. I need to somehow kill one of their creatures that's not a Revoker. Don't know how we're doing that, to be honest. I felt pretty favored to win this game, basically since turn 1, but I just have drawn no cards that matter. Like, we really would have liked a Fable of the Mirror Breaker or something, but nothing we've drawn has mattered. And Revoker and Welder should normally be pretty good against them, but they just had too many Revokers. Maybe what I should have done is kill. Oh my god, they have a main deck Hearse. That's so bad for me. Well, I can weld my needle. I can crack my Lotus. No. This is so bad. Do I just counter this? I mean, the minute I abandon the welder plan, it's super bad for me. I mean, what's my plan? I don't know what my plan is anymore. Like, they have an overwhelming onslaught of creatures here. Grindstone is currently on this Revoker here. I don't know how we live long enough to do anything. Well, then this Wasteland is actually a problem. They have another follow-up Sphere. Okay. I mean, I don't have very many turns here. Just played a top deck Grindstone. I have to actually kill this turn now, or I won't have enough mana. What a sad game. It's not like our deck doesn't have a lot. Of like card draw and stuff. We actually have like a pretty solid amount of card draw for red. Do we live? We block. I guess technically we live a turn. What a sad day this was. So this is now lethal. Wow, drawing an artifact there was really, really good for them. Wait, what? You can't move your Nettle Cyst. Oh, mogged. No, no, no. This is what happens when you play 3 games at once. So my opponent had lethal, but they wanted to activate Hearse and move the Nettle Cyst. So now they don't have lethal. So now we can still top deck Grindstone and win. All right. I mean, given an opportunity, 2 draws. we drew so badly. Oh, come on, Justin. That's so sad. I can't imagine drawing worse than we did in that game. So, all right, we're gonna bring in a Chalice on the play. We're gonna bring in Furies. I don't know if Magus is actually good. I'm so unlucky. Don't need a Soul Guide Lantern. Do like Needle. Don't need a top. I think I typically like Pyroblast, even though it's not great. I mean, I think this matchup is just like incredibly good. I don't see any reason to play Spree. Spree doesn't seem very. It's reason like you need to use it. I actually don't. Maybe I just will cut Pyro. Well, the problem with cutting Pyro is if they play Null Rod, right? Yeah, it turns off their sagas, and it makes their fast mana not good, but also turns off our sagas. I think this is like a bitter reunion goes down. In case they bring in Null Rod, I can't take out like Pyroblast or anything like that, so... I mean, we had a way to get something in the graveyard the whole time. I think I misplayed the game because what I should have done. No, I just didn't. I mean, like I had the Pyroblast, but the problem was they had their only thing was a Revoker, right? Or else we could have done Welder things. Okay. I think it's fine for me to like if they have a Revoker to just bank on drawing a red card for Fury. It's better to play this before Spheres. So if they have Revoker, they can just name one of these things, and then I have to draw a red card, which is fine. Okay, they didn't draw it. And we were not going to draw a red card. We were going to draw a land instead. Any card is red with Painter. True. True. But then we wouldn't have the mana to activate. But agreed. All right, so now we're not on the play. So we're going to take this Chalice out and bring another Pyroblast back in. Game 3. What do we have? I kind of think this hand is bad. Doesn't have a lot of lands. If they play a sphere, we just can't do anything. I don't like this hand very much. I'm gonna mulligan it. This looks much better. I think I'm just going to put away the Spirit Guide. Sure. Oh my god. That's so bad for me. Yeah, I mean, I played Volt Key and they didn't have an answer. So I played turn 1 Volt Key and they just had no answer. This Patchwork Automaton is going to be unkillable. My opponent had a Black Lotus hand. Oh, I'm just losing. Awesome. Sick. Oh, they have no follow-up land? Could be good. Assuming they don't have a Wasteland they're holding. Oh, should we just go for Painter then? Or we could just play Fury here. All right, let me think for a second. Oh, we can't Fury here. Fuck. Ward's so good. We could play a blocker. We could just make a construct. So if they draw a wasteland, playing servant was the worst thing I could have done. I'm just gonna play. I'm just trying to figure out, like, if my opponent draws wasteland, what's the best play I could have made? I mean, currently they can't cast anything. I think it's better to play the Painter Servant. Right. The reason I don't want to play Engine is if they hit land artifact. They just never hit a land. It's really unlucky. They could they can't even have Dismember. They have no outs here. I feel like we got so lucky to win this game. If my opponent drew a land on any turn, we would just lose. But we got there. Okay, here we are now, round 2 of the Vintage Challenge. We're up against non-basic land. Non-basic land typically likes to play 5-color shops combo, but I think has been playing some amount of mono white recently. So let's see if we actually get to play against mono white matchup. This hand does not cast spells. Let's try again. This one does. I think I'm just interested in keeping everything. Shops is fine. It's definitely not as good as it used to be. Don't listen to Slasher. You can absolutely play Shops. The best Shops deck is a blue combo deck, though. Not exactly blue in the fact that it plays islands, but blue in the fact that it plays blue spells. Maybe I actually get rid of this Mana Vault. So if I do this, and then I go Lotus, Welder, Bitter Reunion pitching Mountain. No, Bitter Reunion pitching Mountain. Well, I think whatever the seventh card is here, I'm pitching it anyways to Bitter Reunion to draw 2 random ones. So I don't think it matters much. I guess in that case, we would rather have the Mana Vault in our graveyard. I guess that's a fair point. That's very reasonable. I guess we shouldn't lead with Welder. We should lead with Bitter Reunion and see what happens. We could also technically rebuy our Lotus this turn if we have haste. Like, theoretically, could hit, like, Moxen. I want to pitch this. Ooh, wow. Unfortunate. We do have Painter Grindstone, and we have Welder. All right, I'm going to play Welder Grindstone. We kind of need to hit mana. But we can always weld this Grindstone into a Black Lotus or a Mana Vault as well. We have a lot of options here. We'll see what our opponent does to us. Obviously, mono white can make things more difficult. But like we might even just go, you know, swap this Grindstone for a Mana Vault, turn the Mana Vault into a Fable, and then on the next turn we can play like Painter's Servant, swap the Grindstone back in, something like that. There's a lot of options here. All right, Pearl is probably their, you know, second best mana source here, besides Black Lotus. I mean, assuming they're on mono white. Is it initiative or is it Archon? It's initiative. So initiative, not a huge issue. If it was like one of the hate bears, then it would be more of a problem. But this is a 3/3. It's going to be a 5/5. It gets some planes, but it doesn't stop us from doing anything right now. So not too bad. All right, so we need to see. Our best draw is probably some kind of mana, like a mana crypt maybe. Mana. Okay, so this is actually great. So can we win the game? Yes, we can win the game. So we have Emerald, Painter's Servant. Oh, I guess if they have Solitude. Should we swap the Emerald first? Yes. And then on their upkeep, I guess the upkeep doesn't matter. So if they have to have exactly Solitude. So actually, I don't want to swap for Lotus. I would rather swap for Mana Vault because it stays in play. I think we're just going to go for it. Oh! Okay, Bitter Reunion. All right. I agree, Slasher. I think they would have killed the Welder if they had a Solitude. All right, so we're playing against Mono White. We're going to bring in Fury. We're going to bring in Sphinx. And then we're going to take out a Citadel. And we're going to take out a Soul Guide Lantern and a Top. Yeah, upkeep gives... Well, they don't play Swords to Plowshares typically as a main deck. If they did play Swords to Plowshares, then I would agree with you for sure. I don't think this is a Magus matchup. Maybe on the play it could be. I know on the play we're just gonna bring in like Chalice. We got to be pretty careful. Our opponent's gonna play a bunch of removal post board probably. So we got to be careful using Pyroblast as removal. Let's go check the last mono white initiative list they played. They played 2 swords in their board, 2 Kataki, 4 Null Rod. Okay, 4 Null Rod is a lot of Null Rod. They also play even Mind Sensor. This could be pretty challenging post board. This is a pretty heavy... This is a pretty heavy one. So I have to leave in all the blasts. Do we care about Needle? We could Needle Stoneforge and Wasteland. I don't think we... I don't know about Needle Wasteland. We might end up cutting a Reunion. Definitely seems like it's possible here. This looks fine. I like this. So we have a lot of more things to deal with post board. See what happens. And more on the draw. We have a Fury. We have a Fast Engineer. We have a Saga. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're keeping this hand. I don't know if it's great. I guess what we can do is we can have Fury off of Engineer, and we can go Spirit Guide, Painter's Servant on turn 1 with Saga if we wanted to. And look for like a fast kill, but that loses to Null Rod pretty badly, but at least lets us draw into Pyro. I know this hand is obviously just way less powerful because it doesn't have any Moxen, but I don't think it's a mulligan when we have removal and mountains. Uh-oh. So Pyroblast destroys the blue permanent, so we just change everything to blue with Painter. For anyone wondering what I'm talking about. So this is a Seasoned Dungeoneer on turn 1. The good news about this is I can Fury it and then play my own creature. Okay. Pretty good start. Fix their mana by getting a plains off their cavern. I want to kind of see a Moxen maybe, or maybe another Fury. A Manifold Key. That looks pretty bad unless we go... Well, that just looks pretty bad because we can't really go Vault Key. I guess we could go Vault Key combo. If we just ignore the Seasoned Dungeoneer and we go turn 1 Engineer. We don't have an artifact to weld, though. I guess we have a Painter Servant, technically, but we won't have enough mana. If we don't Fury now, we basically can't ever Fury. I also don't think I want to play Saga on turn 1, because I think I want to be able to make constructs with it. So I am going to... I mean, they're going to have a follow-up play. There's no way I can steal the initiative, right? So what if I just go Fury, pitching Spirit Guide, and I play Mountain Go, and then on the next turn I play, like, Saga Engineer? Or Manifold Key Go. I don't know. I don't know the right answer. I'm going to Fury pitch Engineer. That also, like, would be really bad against Swords or Solitude, right? I just don't know if I want to use my Spirit Guide on this turn. This would mean they would have to have no creature follow-up to be good. What I can do is I could go Saga Key, and then on the next turn we can Spirit Guide a construct. I don't know if that's better. It's probably not better. I don't know why I did that. Because I don't get to use a second construct in that sense. But then I can get a Grindstone and play Painter. So maybe there's some value there. I'm not really sure. I don't think I like the way I chose to do it, but... We can use Key to steal the initiative, but we have to get a ton of extra mana for that to work. Currently, we're just, like, really capped on mana, right? Another thing here is this incentivizes a wasteland where they won't get to play their planes if they have, like, a non-human. Right? So if they have no human in their hand, then this is better. Or they have a Null Rod. Okay. Wait, that looks kind of good for us, doesn't it? Is this Null Rod just insane for us? I guess if they have a Solitude, it's pretty bad. Should I wait? If I wait on this Painter Servant, does that make sense? They're going to get a treasure token, but they can't use the treasure token. I think I'm going to wait so that I have the ability to blast a Solitude. Oh, I didn't play my land, though. Oh, no, I did play my land. I played this mountain, right? Okay, we're fine, right? I sure hope I played my land. I must have played my land. You want to Pyroblast their basic planes? I don't think that's the plan. I think the way we win this game is a Painter attacking and stealing the initiative, right? And the only way that doesn't happen is if my opponent... I guess my opponent could have... Like, that's so weak against Solitude, right, Slasher? If I, like, go for their planes and they have Solitude, I lose the game. So this is going to get them a card. Because they went into the middle. Why is this all out of order? That's not the order of the Undercity. What? Well, we can't do that right away. I thought you meant, like, kill the planes before they could cast anything. This is not the Undercity. Mother... Wait, now they're in the Catacombs? What is that? They went into the arena, and then they chose to go into the catacombs because we played a creature. I see. Okay. So we're not going to be able to steal the initiative. Oh, God, they hit Ancient Tomb. That's so good for them, right? If they don't play a creature here, that means they have to have Solitude, right? No, I can't blast this. There's no way we can blast this. If they played Ancient Tomb past, their card they have in their hand has to be a creature, or has to be a Solitude. Or Swords or something. So they are... I do need to steal the initiative, though. Because if I don't, I lose. No, we don't have to. We could win this game through something else. Like, if they have Swords to Plowshares and we kill the Null Rod. I don't know. I think we are not allowed to attack and like have them block. And we're not allowed to shoot this because I think it just loses the game on the spot if they have removal. Obviously, it's really bad for the throne to go off, but I don't really see a better choice. I think we need to play this game with the ability to maybe kill the Null Rod then. I just don't think this game is like lost that I would that I would throw away on a 50-50, right? Could be wrong. We could also have drawn Fury there. That would have been pretty good. So they have an Archon or a Thalia. Everything else was lands and Moxen. They went for Archon. So now we have some counterplay. So we can kill this Null Rod if they play a spell on their turn. They can't attack with this. Okay. Another Painter Servant. That would work if they didn't have an Archon in play. I guess it still works. How much damage do I take? So if they don't Swords me this turn, it means they don't have one. I guess it's a pretty bad opportunity if they have Solitude. Okay, so they don't have one. All right. So maybe I could have won the game if I had played more aggressively. But now we have the ability to kill this Null Rod and draw out of the game. I guess I could just kill the Archon. If I kill the Archon and then double block the skeleton token, I still think that's worse than killing the Null Rod. But if I take this damage, then I take 9 and go to 7. But I don't die to this Archon. Oh, I do die to this Archon unless I take back the initiative. I think I could take back the initiative, though. I guess I can just double block this skeleton. It's pretty free. I don't know. It's just like it's like choosing which way you're trying to win the game, right? What artifacts can I draw that win the game? Time Vault wins the game. Grindstone wins the game. Nah, this is fine. They still have no play. Pyroblast, this Null Rod. I think there's a lot of ways to play out the game that just happened. I think there's probably like multiple correct answers on like ways you can feasibly play to win. Okay, so I have multiple things that win the game on the spot. That was not one of them. So now I have to attack with a Painter Servant. They have to have nothing, and that would make me survive for another turn. I can't attack with two things or I die on the swing back. Okay, they had a swords this whole time. So they had a solitude this whole time. Can I reasonably survive this? No. Because even if I... Okay. So maybe they just had it the whole time and they were playing cautious. Why wouldn't you play this on your turn in response to the in response to the painter? I guess if you only had one. All right. Oh wait, how much life do I gain? I gain power, so that puts me to 8, which is still dead. Even if I were to like swap this, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so and almost had this game. I needed to draw a better card on that turn. Maybe that was asking for too much. Maybe it was asking for too much. Okay, so do we want to... We want Chalice on the play. Absolutely want Chalice on the play. They are on Null Rod. I'm gonna take out this Needle. I still don't think we want Magus, so just run this back. Yeah, so the way I played definitely lost the game. There were definitely other ways to play that game that might have won. Yeah, so I had Painter win. I had a lot of cards. Every Engineer wins the game. Every Time Vault. So 4 Engineers, 1 Time Vault. Sorry, 3 Engineers. 3 Engineers, 1 Time Vault, and 2 stones. Maybe that's too low. Great Furnace isn't restricted, but you don't want to run extra artifacts when you don't have to. So this makes them have a removal spell or they lose, but is the most possible all in I could really go. I think we had like a reasonable chance of playing to a combo win in that game. So this hand does play all of my things on turn 1 and wins on turn 2. If my opponent has no Null Rod, no removal spell. But if they have either a removal spell or a Null Rod, we just lose on the spot. Which I don't think is worth keeping. We have so many better ways we can play, so many better hands to mulligan to. This is a good hand. But I know they have 4 Null Rods, so I'm going to do this. And this hand is better. This hand's definitely better. I mean, we can Phyrexian Portal them if they don't do anything to our Goblin Welder. Definitely want to get this Welder in play. I guess if they have a Null Rod, it's still really bad for us, but... They kept a 7 card hand. Yeah, we don't play around Mind Break Trap. Wait, why? We kind of did play around Mind Break Trap. We played our guest card on 2. Okay. Is that it? Man, can I please one time just draw something nice? That is not actually something nice. That's kind of unreal. Okay. So we do still have like the ability to maybe grindstone them and swap a Null Rod out. So that's kind of nice. We can also grindstone ourselves, but we have the engineer still. They had another Pearl hand. Pearl's so good in their deck. All right, so what is going to be your play? Archon of Emeria. That's fine. So do we portal them? It's only 1 creature. I guess we could just go... I don't think we go for Painter, though. Oh, I have a Fury backup. I think we're just going to go Portal, then. Oh, wait. We don't have an artifact. Oh, yeah, we'll have it. We'll have... Okay. I think Portal just looks great here. This is my first Portal, chat. Are you excited? I'm excited. Oh, I guess I don't have to activate right away. I should maybe not have done this. So then they can't play creatures. I'm sorry. I'm bad at Magic. Then they couldn't have played creatures on their turn. I'm sorry. I played badly. It's okay. I do have a follow-up Fury to kill another creature, and we can reanimate it. So it's not the end of the world, but I am pretty sad about how badly I played that. It should be pretty hard for them to do any initiative things, though, with our current board. I guess I can weld this portal out again, right? I can sack it and then weld it back in. So maybe it's fine. I still think end of turn is better, obviously. I can just sack the portal to return the mana vault and then exchange the mana vault again every turn. So they have to answer these. That would be good if I didn't have a Fury in my hand. Also, Null Rod's still insane against me because this Ruby's important. Yeah, I don't think they can beat a portal, though, so it should be fine. I wish I played better, though. This was the whole idea of playing the deck today, was that we could portal some poor souls. So I think they have to choose... I mean, choosing Fury doesn't even help. I don't really know what they can do besides draw Swords to Plowshares and Solitudes. You have Kataki, maybe? Oh, they have swords. Okay. All right, the game is on. I like that play. The only problem is they know I have a Fury, so... Definitely going to Fury this, because we get to use it next turn. And then we still have the ability to... I mean, we can't ever... Unfortunately, we can't do the portal swaps anymore. But we can actually reanimate Fury, right? What the f... Oh my god. Yeah. I'm going to turn this Grindstone into a a Mana Vault so that next turn we can like use a Grindstone to mill somebody for our portal as well? No, I think the game is over. I think Portal of Phyrexia just got its first vintage win. Maybe. I don't know if anyone else is playing it, but I haven't won at all with Portal of Phyrexia until now, so. I don't really know what their way forward is. The fact that Fury is a pitch cast that goes into the graveyard that I can then reanimate and kill a creature, which I will eventually get back with my portal, is ridiculous. They're not even going to play a creature. And then we just get an anointed Peacekeeper. Oh my god. Then we can Grindstone to get more creatures in the yard. This game is great. Magic is great when I get to do the thing. We even have a Fable coming down if we want. Anointed Peacekeeper, White Plume Adventurer, Mental Misstep. Does it matter? I think we just name... I don't... It doesn't stop them from doing anything. Solitude... They don't play anything that destroys Portal. Kataki, actually. But I can't stop Kataki. Kataki would be pretty good. Oh, true. 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 I mean, this doesn't stop Lauren either, though, so... I don't think anything matters here. The only card that I actually stop is a Seasoned Dungeoneer. I think it's better to play Opal than Fable. Because I want to be able to go make mana Ruby Grindstone at the end of turn on them. That might be wrong. Don't think it matters, but... Pains of Archon Life. I wonder if we're supposed to Grindstone ourselves. Because we could return like a Goblin Welder. It depends on what they do. I guess if they draw Lauren before I kill them, it's pretty bad for me, but... Sapphire is going to be their spell for turn? Sure. So what do you think, chat? Should we mill myself or mill them? I don't know. Mill the Lauren. Nice. I have artifacts that I can hit, though, with Engineer. Hitting like Painter is still pretty good. I kind of want the initiative, though. I'm gonna hit them. They're also mono white. Could hit a bunch of things. I hit Null Rod Ruby. So I missed. I don't think I'm allowed to put in the Fury, right? Or do I have to? Oh my god, I have to. Unfortunate. That's kind of sad. I could kill itself. I don't think that's worth it, though. Maybe I should have. I don't know. That feels really sus. Is it better to swap out? No, I think it's better to just play this Fable. You're right. Maybe I could have Fury'd kill Fury. I don't know. Now they get to play a creature, but does that really matter? No, upkeep mill doesn't work because this is a targeted ability. That goes onto the stack in the upkeep. Can't swap portal because I can't return my portal. I think I mean, I think this should be winning, right? Like, I think they should be winning. Yeah. I'm not saying I played this perfectly. They drew a plane, so I mean, we know that they have nothing in their hand, so. Yeah. I mean, the balance doesn't beat us because it gets rid of their whole hand and then we return something and then we get to go on the initiative. So balance, no problem. We're locked here, I think. We know what we know are the 3 cards in our opponent's hand, so. And we get the initiative. Oh, nice. I don't think I played this game optimally for what it's worth, but I don't think it matters. So they get to block here, and they currently take 8 and die. You can't play another spell because I have an Archon of Amira in play. GG's. I'm the white weenie deck now. It's a screenshot moment. Okay, here we go. Round 3, 2-0, 3 of 6. Let's see what we can do against Karate. I've got pretty reasonable hand here. Definitely looks like a keep in my mind. I think I like... Really depends on what my opponent plays. I kind of think I like Saga Lotus top go. And then on the next turn, we can use Lotus for Construct and Engineer. Because I don't really want to Engineer until I see what they're playing. Like, if they're playing a heavy removal deck, I'd rather go for Vault Key. I guess this opens me up pretty badly to Vigor, though. I guess all of my things are going to open me up pretty badly to Vigor. So I guess I'll just go Saga top. And not play Lotus out. I still have Force of Will, so... So they have Mental Misstep. Okay, that's fine. It means my Pyroblast doesn't get Mental Misstepped. And I think it's like enough to not play my Lotus so that I don't get like really wrecked by a Vigor. Vigor is definitely a card that is in Karate's wheelhouse. Okay. No Saga for Justin. Soul Guide Lantern. So now I think we're going to get a Phyrexian Dragon Engine. And of course, we're just going to get wrecked by Vigor. That's fine. This is like the downside of Great Furnace. Yeah, I'm going to get a Phyrexian Dragon Engine. I need to get some more cards. All right. I guess this is not that bad against Vigor because I could just sack my Lantern and draw. I'm going to leave the Lantern in play so that I can sack it to my Engineer. So now I can still sack it to my Engineer by using my Spirit Guide. So we still have a Phyrexian Dragon Engine coming in. I lose 2 Pyroblasts, but I think it's I have to do it. Okay. Well, I drew 3 cards and hit no more mana sources. Chrome Mox. So it's mono white. Interesting. Sure. So I can still play through this by drawing a land, and I guess I can't play through this, and like putting the Black Lotus in for the engine, playing a Fable, and then putting the engine in for something else later, like a treasure. That's a really good draw. So I'm going to attack with my Phyrexian Dragon Engine. And then I am going to weld out my engine for a Lotus and put a Fable in. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, I think I really want to do that. And then play a Fable off this. And I still get to pitch these cards that are dead for more lands and more artifacts and stuff, so... It's a Seasoned Dungeoneer. Does make my attack worse. So I'll definitely do this. Wow, I have just hit no mana sources. This went really badly. Maybe there's some way I can Vault Key in this game. This is really rough. I thought this would work really well, but it ended up not working that well at all. Okay. Well, that kind of helps. This gets bigger, though. I guess they might not be able to attack with it. They have another one. Oh, they have an anointed... Oh, God, anointed Peacekeeper on my Engineer is so good. Though I might be able to make double engines with Fable at some point here. I think we're losing this game. I think we had got horribly unlucky to not just hit mana sources off the first... My first Dragon Engine was just so bad. Oh, they went for... Oh, they named Reflection of Kiki-Jiki because they had the third Wasteland. Well, my opponent is a powerful wizard, that's for sure. Okay. So what I can do is sack my Dragon Engine, get a Mana Vault. Mana Vault out my Painter. Oh, I don't have a Painter combo, though. I could Mana Vault out a Soul Ring. This game's still not lost. Oh, they didn't go for Forge. They went for Scry. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to engineer my Mana Vault out. And then I'm going to make the Mana Vault into a Soul Ring. So I have a bunch more mana to use on my next turn. And then we can turn the Mana Vault back into a dragon if we want, or into something else. And hopefully we'll have enough. Oh, they're going to goad my Kiki Jiki? I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And that has Vigilance. Oh my god, it's a Cleric? Broken. And they have a White Plume Adventurer coming. And they have another. Oh, they have a. All right. Well, my opponent drew every one of the best cards in their deck. They drew Karn, 3-ball, and triple Wasteland. So that was unfortunate. Is there any way we can win? I don't think so. Unless they don't play around Dragon Engine. But we know their next card's White Plume, and they have a Vigilance creature. Let me just activate this in case I'm missing something. And then we'll concede. So, like, Trinisphere and Karn are really, really strong. And especially against us, Karn is super good. I just think this game came down to my initial Dragon Engine was just so bad. Like, the first 3 cards I drew were just stone cold blanks, and that lost us the game in my mind. Okay, what did we do last time? We took out Soul Guide, and we took out Sensei's Top, and we took out Bitter Reunion, and we took out... What was the last card we took out? Was it a Pyroblast? All right. That was really rough. I do feel like that was more of our deck losing, though. Like, it just felt like we had a lot of really strong hits off of the first Dragon Engine activation, and it didn't come to fruition. Though our opponent didn't really play any removal that game. They drew no Solitude, so that did help. But, I mean, triple Wasteland, Karn, Trinisphere is definitely really hard to beat, for sure. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, this hand's great. Oh, they did put a Solitude on a Chrome Mox. That is a true statement. That's interesting that they never wanted to kill the Engineer. Like, the Engineer was super good there, right? Maybe they didn't have another... I mean, they clearly had 2 white cards. It's kind of interesting. Chalice on 0 on the play is going to be very good against my opponent's deck, as is Goblin Welder. We can also weld out our own Chalice to play things at some point. Opponent just having Swords or Solitude is pretty good here as well. See what happens. Needle. I didn't expect Needle, but Needle is quite good here. There will be no welding right now. Okay. All right. Trinisphere again. I mean, we're just getting our ass kicked by restricted workshop cards. So fucking frustrating. Yeah, Trinisphere is broken. I'm just dead here. I'm never gonna draw enough mana to cast any of my spells. Wow. Ah, man. Trinisphere. No creatures. Unless they have a Solitude, I guess. I feel like we just got very vintage in this match. Trinisphere restricted, but they played it on what, turn 2 both games or something? Maybe not turn 2, but they don't have any creatures still. But they're not going to have no creatures for 11 hits. Where are my lands? I know we're playing 14 lands, which is really low. But still, like, we have just... we just have not been drawing any mana. The thing that makes this, like, incredibly brutal is the needle. Because if there wasn't a needle, we at least have, like, some counterplay. But... Alright, that's the game. Whatever this is game over. Sure, why not? Yep. I had you know, the answer to the needle with the Pyroblast, but I didn't draw the mana source to cast it, so I just can't draw mana. You know what would be pretty good here? Urza Saga, maybe? That seems like a magic card. My opponent made us both draw a card because I have to discard. I still don't think I would that one feels a little sus to me. Hey, it's my Urza Saga. Oh, look, they have 2 wastelands. Unlucky. Damn it, they know how to play Magic. Very unfortunate. This is like a kind of another spot where like drawing Volcanic Island would be pretty bad for the people who were talking about maybe playing blue-red splash, the blue splash for power. These kind of spots where basics matter so much. Really? I just don't think this is right. You're winning on board. You don't need to give me more access to mana. Just don't understand. Can't really beat Forge here. Can't really beat anything here. I don't even know what my best bet is. It has to be something like hit Mana Source this turn, play Painter Servant, hit Mana Source next turn, play Pyroblast, don't die, put an Engineer and Portal to Phyrexia them, which is just impossible. Yeah, I mean, Saga's not going to be very good against anyone who has any cards in their deck that matter. Wonderful. I don't even have a single good Fury here. And now I don't actually have outs to draw to either. All right, I don't really want to be here anymore. Let's just concede. So yeah, I went 18 cards deep and never really found the mana I needed to play Magic. Oof. I don't think it's too much worth worrying about in that set. I think the game one we made the correct plays, but we just didn't get the right draws off of the draw threes. All right, we're still in this 2-1. We got vintage by the powerful Karate Dome last round, but this round will go better. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I like this hand. This hand has a lot going for it. It's a little fair, obviously, but we are playing accelerated. See what we play against. Sokanzan. This card's really cool. Ever since I won that one game on camera in Bologna with that card, giving me like just enough time to Painter's combo, been a pretty big fan. All right, so I'm gonna just discard it though, because we don't need that right now. We definitely don't want it over a mountain that is not gonna get wastelanded. My opponent is gonna read Bitter Reunion. Oh, they're gonna force Bitter Reunion. I accept. I absolutely accept. Maybe they were worried about some kind of reanimator thing. I don't know. So if our opponent doesn't murder us with a fast combo right away, we have a pretty good chance of playing a grindy game here. Yeah, I've been just testing Reunion as a, like additional way, because so annoying. This deck has like a couple of those like big tutor targets, right? Whereas the Legacy deck doesn't have these. I'm playing these because I think the most powerful play in the deck is going Welder into Engineer. So I wanted to add like additional ways to get them out of my hand and generate card advantage. And also like turning a Welder like into a hasty Welder has been pretty good for me. I don't think the card is amazing. It's probably worse than maybe, you know, this build that we were just working on where we take those out and we play Volcanics and we splash Ancestral Tinker Time Walk. But so our mountain still died. Our mountain got strip mined, unfortunately. Fast mana lets us still play Fable. And Time Walk. Yeah, I'm just worried about castability. That is not fast mana, actually. Here I don't think I'm going to name blue. I'm going to name black, probably. Seems like the safest. Green would be endurance and vigor. White would be solitude. I don't have Furies in my deck, so I don't need to name red. I think I'm just going to name black. I'm just going to hold this Opal. I don't want to incentivize anything crazy. Yeah, I don't think the haste is like the main draw of this card. It's just a cool little side extra throw in. All right, they have no follow-up land and no follow-up blue cantrip. That's a good sign. Needle. Let's go Opal into Fable. I'm gonna hold both of these cards and pitch so I can pitch them to Fable. Is there a Lavinia Strip Mine deck? Besides like a Brian Kelly deck? Well, if I'd played this Needle, I might have baited that mental misstep, but do I want to play Needle? Maybe. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold all of this, I think. They have one card left in hand. They've played Strip Mine, Force Pitching Fluster, Force Pitching Misstep, Blue Mox, White Mox. Though I guess both the Moxes are black. What did you draw, Lavinia? Time Walk. All right. That's just a cantrip. Free cantrip, I guess. I think I want to hold Needle because they could have like a Sensei's Top. Oh my god. Oko? I was gonna I just want to wait until there's something I could name. Okay, it is Oko. Wow, this is gonna be really good for us if they don't stand up a Pearl here. They probably should stand up Pearl. But if they make a food, it's great for us. This is their last card, too. They made a food. Awesome. Holding Needle looks super good. So does Holding Silken Zen. What did we draw? A Great Furnace. Okay, so I am going to go Needle on Oko Thief of Crowns. And I'm going to play my Great Furnace. I don't have a legendary, so this is not discounted. I am going to attack Oko. The reason is my opponent plays as Besageu's in their deck. They immediately drew Oath. Well, I mean, sometimes your opponent's better than you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think all of those cards should probably just go back into Legacy, but I mean, I have pretty wild opinions on that kind of thing. Those cards all got banned in Legacy because they were new and powerful. I think Oko is like much better gameplay than some of the other things that are happening. I really like Oko though, so who knows? I mean, I think we were like extremely favored, and then my opponent ripped Oath of Druids, and now we are extremely unfavored. I love the way Painter interacts with Magic Online. Yeah, I get it. Breach is a pretty broken combo deck. That's fine. Oh, it's just Sarah's Emissary. Okay, we can still win this game. Protection from Artifact. Interesting. This is still doable. This is still doable. We don't have a lot of time. Okay. That's a good draw. I wish we had a Bitter Reunion. Portal to Phyrexia would definitely work here. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to draw into a Welder now, though. We have one more draw step, right? Oh, wait, does Portal Phyrexia target an opponent? It might actually not work here. Because they do have Hexproof from artifacts. Portal to Phyrexia. Or is it? It's not target, it's each opponent, right? It's each opponent. Lol. Get wrecked. All right, so how do we win this? We need to draw our top, spin, and find a Bitter Reunion. The last Bitter Reunion as a one of. That feels like asking for a lot, but... I mean, I think that's my one outer, so... I love Vintage. What a cool format. Come on, baby. Nope. It's a mountain. Do I have an artifact in my graveyard? I don't even have an artifact to do a Sensei's top trick, huh? Unlucky. All right. I mean, my opponent top decked Oath when we had a massive advantage on board. It is what it is. So, what do I want? I like Magus here. Their deck is really weak mana base. I think I just like Magus here. Could maybe play Chalice on the play. I already have the Soul Guide Lantern in my deck to try to perform a Painter combo with. Portal would have been not amazing there because it would have killed both their creatures and they would have shuffled their deck with Gaia's Blessing. but it would have been fine. I definitely want Needle. I definitely want Lantern. I mean, this deck might actually, might want Red Elemental Blast as well. I don't really know what I don't want here, to be honest. Maybe like Portal is actually not good. Portal's probably not good. I've just been trimming Bitter Reunions when I don't know what to do. I do think Magus can give us some free wins in this matchup, though. So I'm going to keep Magus. I think I'm just going to take out this top. And then I'm going to take out one of my grindy cards, probably. I don't really want to take out a grindy card, but those pieces are like the most replaceable. Yeah. This looks pretty good. This hand's quite bad against Force of Vigor, unfortunately. But so I think what I'm going to do here is I am going to play Goblin Welder, and I am going to play turn 1 Saga. So I'm going to Spirit Guide a Goblin Welder and play a Saga. If this gets forced, I might go Mountain second Welder. But I need this Saga to go off as fast as possible, and I don't want to expose Painter Servant and Emerald to a Vigor here. Obviously, this exposes me to, like, land Mox Oath, but I think that's okay. I'm going to have to play creatures to win this game. I can't really just, like, not hold my creatures. This does kind of have to fully go off, though, for this hand to be good, so maybe this hand is a mulligan. Oh, my lord. Black Lotus Oath. Black Lotus Oko is also unbeatable here. Yeah, all right, well. Or is a Saga, man? What a magic card. Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, well. Things have gone badly. I should probably have a Grafdigger's Cage. A Grafdigger's Cage is like kind of annoying with Painter Servant. Like that stops Painter Servant from coming in, but I mean, my opponent just like had all of the things they, right? Like, what am I gonna do? I mean, I can mulligan to a better hand. Doesn't mean it's gonna beat that though. I am gonna name blue. Give me some extra outs. All right. Well, if they're still on Sarah's Emissaries, we still have time, so I think it's fine. All right. They flipped 30 cards. And then Gaia's blessing them back. So what can I strip mine, huh? I think I need to draw a Goblin Engineer. Maybe I should have kept in Portal Phyrexia, huh? If I draw Goblin Engineer and I go for Bolus's Citadel, that's how we win this game. So I have 4 Goblin Engineers to draw to. Or I can draw Pyroblast. So do I kill the Oath and... I think I just have to try to kill the Oath. I get more time if I kill the Oath than if I kill the Emissary. True or false? I could also... No, I could wait. I don't know. I think I'm going to try to kill the Oath. The good news is even if they have removal for Painter, we have Welder. So it's not like this is not going to work unless they have Fluster, I guess. Which I did keep in Fluster against me. All right. Probe. I have nothing in my hand. I have a lot of outs. Like, it's really kind of nice. When you have a welder in play, you do have a lot of outs. That certainly is annoying, but not the end of the world. And also doesn't give me an extra turn. That's unfortunate. I have 2 welders, so I can get red mana if I needed it. All right, so I still have a solid amount of outs here. Well, that's not really one of them. I have protection from artifact. There's no point in attacking. Rather hold up my welders. All right. I mean, we still have a couple attacks, or a couple of draws. I'm surprised. I guess hitting the red source makes sense. I mean, by the time we draw something, I guess even if I draw an artifact card, that's good. It's fine because I have welder. But if I draw an engineer, I can get forced. I did draw the engineer. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go emerald, swap emerald for ruby. White, mono white initiative. It was just a solid deck in vintage. It's a good one. All right, so I'm going to swap ruby for emerald. Are they going to go for a vigor? Oh, they're going to go for a surgical on my in response. All right, well, I will swap ruby for emerald. This does mean I'm not going to be able to engineer this turn. But see if they have a force. So they have pro artifacts and okay, so we're going to go for, man, Citadel is going to be worse at 7 life. Is there anything better we can go for? If I had Portal to Phyrexia, it'd be so good here. I just don't have I didn't keep in Portal to Phyrexia. I didn't think I was supposed to keep in Portal, and I still don't feel like I was supposed to keep in Portal. I could get a grindstone and maybe grindstone myself. I think we're just gonna have to get a Citadel and hope 7 life is enough. Yeah, I mean, obviously Portal is good here, but like I don't think in general most games come down to a Portal. If we get a Time Vault, it certainly lets us draw to Manifold Key or an Engineer, but we could just get a Phyrexian Dragon Engine. That draws a lot of cards. I'm going to do Phyrexian Dragon Engine. I think Engine might see more cards than Citadel is exactly what I believed for sure. And we have a couple welds to do it as well. Well, every Pyroblast is an out still. So we have 4 Pyroblasts because we have Red Elemental Blast, and we have Time Vault combo. We have a lot of outs. I don't know what's in their hand, so they could have a bunch of forces and stuff. But I mean, this is our last turn, so we got to make it count. Yep. All right. Well, we got a bunch of plans here. Do I want to swap now before I draw a card? I don't think so because I don't want to lose my mana. I guess I could swap a jet now. Well, I guess if it's any card, okay, that's a good card. All right, so play this. Make red mana. Welder my engine. Draw 3. Well, okay, so now we hit engineer. So play a sapphire. So this engineer can get time vault or key, but we're gonna run out of welder activations. So we probably want to play this engineer now so that we can weld into something good. We don't have portal in our deck. Stop it. Stop it. All right, so I think we activate engineer. We play engineer so that we can bring something good back by sacking our dragon. I guess this could get forced, unfortunately. Mind break trap. Sure, whatever, friend. Okay. So weld this out for a ruby. Could I have played around it? I played a pedal, and then I played. Yeah, I just had to not play sapphire first. My bad. That's my bad, chat. I just don't play around that typically. I should have played around mind break trap, I guess. I mean, something would have ended up getting mind break trapped. I think I have to win this game by drawing into something. So pyroblast, we drew pyroblast. Oh my god. All right, so I'm not gonna play a pyroblast on my turn here. I'm gonna play pyroblast on their turn with the ability to pay for flusterstorm. This also plays around vigor. All right, on your upkeep, pyroblast your Sarah's emissary. This is the worst game of Magic ever. Come on. If I had played my grindstone, they probably would have mental misstepped it. I mean, the play I made was correct. I hate when I get punished for making correct plays. Man, that is so frustrating. I mean, the engineer play was bad. The sapphire before the engineer was very bad. But the not playing grindstone so that my pyroblast doesn't get countered by flusterstorm was definitely correct. I feel like we played that game pretty well. No, just play grindstone as like a mental misstep target. Which I'm not gonna play grindstone as a mental step target when I only have the mana to beat flusterstorm. So I mean, opponent didn't have the opportunity to make a mistake and mental misstep the grindstone, right? So, but like it is what it is. All right, now we're down in the 2-2 bracket. We're up against Echo Baron. Echo Baron has been playing a bunch of mono white, so we'll have to see if they are still on it. Doesn't look like it, seeing as they're probably revealing a Lurrus here. They are revealing a Lurrus. I have a pretty good hand if Fable resolves, and a pretty bad hand in every other capacity. So they have 5 counter spells for Fable if they're on Jeskai. If they're on... Man, it just feels like flipping the game. I really don't want to flip the game. If this wasn't an ephemeral red source and it was a permanent red source, then I think I would snap it off. But being a pedal looks so bad here. I don't know. I'm gonna mulligan. Of course. I mean, this is worse. I can keep it, but it's just not good. I'm really upsetty. I'm gonna go to 5, I guess. I mean, this is my best hand by a lot. This hand's great. This hand's super good. Well, we have turn 2 combo if they have nothing. Let's see what they do. Maybe I'm supposed to play Emerald out in case they have Lavinia turn 1. That's probably true. I am probably supposed to play Emerald in case of turn 1 Lavinia. I know turn 1 Lavinia doesn't happen that much, but... Ooh, it's an Underground Sea. Oh, come on! Alright, fair enough. I guess. So, this is a Lurrus Sea deck with a Needle in it. What does that mean? And they got the Force for Goblin Engineer. Alright. It's bad for me. Does 4-colored green Lurrus play a Needle? They missed their land drop. I'll definitely take a Bitter Reunion here. Get rid of a Welder. Hit land Pyroblast. Okay. I mean, this looks pretty good. This is a pretty reasonable follow-up. I don't know. This card just feels really nice. I don't know. If you play this on a 0-card hand, do you draw 2 cards? That's a question I had. Ooh, they did draw Saga off the top. And then what? And then Demonic? Feels bad, man. So it's fixed. Okay. Yeah, I might get Time Vault. It's pretty bad for me. The fact that he turned off my Welder with turn 1 Needle in game 1 is just... It hurts, man. It hurts real bad. I think we're going to be too slow, fortunately. Going to 5 cards definitely didn't help us. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Another Engineer. We can actually Engineer in the same turn. No, we can't because we don't have triple red. All of these, I guess I have to go Engineer because I want to hold open Pyroblast in case Demonic is something bad, right? I mean, it could be Tinker, right? But, or not Tinker, it could be Vault Key, but... I think we should just get an Engineer and put a Needle in the yard. They just have another Force? Pitching Dig Through Time? Alright, well... So what is this going to be, then? Is it going to be a Phyrexian Dragon Engine? Or is it going to be... Needle? Or is it going to be... If I hit a land drop, Phyrexian Dragon Engine is really nice because it lets me go Fable into Engine. The problem is I have none of the parts of my 2-card combos. I could just go Needle and have Needle and Engine as options. I kind of agree. I feel like we can play this game longer if we have a Needle. I really want to hit a mana source this turn so I can play my Fable and have open Needle. I drew my Phyrexian Dragon Engine. This is the worst outcome, I think, because I can't pitch it to my Fable until I get a Fable in play, and I can't play my Fable until I know I'm not dying. And if I do this any earlier, if I do it early, then we're losing to Saga tokens. We're just losing the Saga tokens here, right? If we don't activate. But if we do activate, we losing the Time Vault key. It's so bad for me. I needed to hit Mana Source there so that I could play Fable. I wish I could weld out these stupid constructs, but I've been beaten by a needle again. Yeah, they're just gonna make double Saga tokens. Wait, if I freaking put a needle in play, I don't have mana anymore. And then they can, I mean, they won't be able to have a second needle, but I don't know. This feels sus. All of my actions here feel sus. I think I actually had to slam Fable, and maybe I should have put Phyrexian Dragon Engine in my yard. I dislike the way I played this game. I just didn't really see the fact that if I go for the needle line, they just ignore my line and go for Saga tokens. And if I like needled Saga, it wouldn't have helped either, right? Cruise? We absolutely cannot weld out their tokens. So. Alright, I think we're just dead. So this might be a Grixis Breach. Don't know, though. Yeah, I don't want to weld out this Emerald either because then I won't have enough mana to Fable. So I have to wait again. Mother. This is not good. I think I played this game badly, but I don't think if I had played a better way, it would have been good. Which is why I played this game this way, but it just doesn't make sense. I kind of think they demonicked for Time Vault. Like, that's the read I had. I felt like that made sense. But it's possible that I should have just played assuming they didn't go for Time Vault, because that would have given us a higher chance of doing something from our side of the table. Maybe they just tutored for Ancestral. Or maybe they just top deck Ancestral after cruising. One of the two. Whatever it is, it's going to win the game for sure. This has gone really downhill. We were doing so well. What's up, Father Frodo? Thanks for the 13. I do think I want another mana source in this deck. Feels like we're always short. Unless I mean, sometimes we opened our initial hand and mulliganed because it had too many mana sources. So it's a little bit of here, a little bit of there. I don't really see our path forward in this game. So I can block and bring in a needle. I guess I could have also, they could have also just demonicked for Breach, right? They could have demonicked for Breach and then gotten Lotus off of Saga. I hate the way I played this game. I definitely want to go back to that point in time where I engineered for a needle and do anything else. This is just comical. All right, I'm going to, I mean, I think this is better because this is a blocker and it's going to make me draw cards. Just don't think this is going to run. You don't even know there's Time Vault Key in their deck. But like, wouldn't Breach Lotus also work? They just have another force because they've drawn 10 cards. Everything is bad. Everything is very bad. This is a braid at the end of turn on my welder. Or sorry, on my engineer. And then I have to jump with my welder. Yeah. I think this is just Breach with no Citadel, which makes sense to me. Makes sense. Yeah, I don't have sufficient counterplay anymore. At one point in this game, I probably did, but after Cruise into Ancestral, I don't think I had anything left. Yeah, I think if I could go back, I think I would just get a Dragon Engine into my yard off of the engineer, and if they kill me, they kill me. We got to try to win ourselves. We can't just. The problem with going for Needle is we lose to Saga, right? Whereas if we just go for like we lose to the card that's in play. Whereas if we go for a value, then we actually just lose to the card that could be in their hand, right? That's a pretty good way to think about it. I think I played this game really badly. Yeah, man, there's a manifold key. I don't look like the biggest idiot. Only a small amount of idiot. Don't think I have any top decks that get me out of this, but. Portal to Phyrexia. Nice. Okay, on the play, I'm going to bring in Chalice, and I'm going to bring in... I don't really know. All my cards are good in this matchup, right? Could be good to have Furies. We might just not need Portal to Phyrexia, but I kind of like it still. Maybe we'll just get Chalice Red Blast. I mean, like, Trinisphere is probably fine. Sphinx is probably fine. Tormod's Crypt. Actually, probably want Tormod's Crypt. I kind of just don't feel like I do want Portal to Phyrexia in this matchup. They do have Ragavan and Lurrus, but Magus seems pretty bad when they have a Braid in their deck. Let's go with this. Doesn't cost us too much to bring in Crypt. I do think they're probably on Breach. You wouldn't really play red if you weren't. What does this have? This has turn 1 Engineer, but no... It does have a follow-up Lantern into Artifact. I just don't think this is good. I would rather like look for a more powerful hand. And then of course I take a hand that has no red mana. Okay. All right. Just can't keep a 7 anymore. All right. Well, we got a Fable in. That should help. Turn 1 Fable's good. How good? I guess it's going to have to be really good. It's a Braid on my Goblin token. Yeah. Okay. We're going to probably have to do some serious looting. I'm going to loot the Engineer and the Pyroblast. Okay, that went well. Yeah, bait with top. I'm missed up. Guess we spin another welder, a jet. I definitely think I want another welder first, because then we can maybe do top loops. Is another a braid? Or is it a monkey? It's another a braid, okay. And a saga. Kind of wish I had a saga here. Saga looks really good in this match. All right, so we know there's a mountain, and we know there's a jet, and there's one unknown that we don't know about. It's a Bolas' Citadel. There's really no way for me to discard that right now, so we don't really want to draw it. I don't think I want to draw and play the mountain. So we do have, like, make welder tokens. So currently they have no artifacts in the yard, so we can't welder out their constructs. Now they will. So we might be able to turn constructs into baubles if they become a problem. All right, so now things get kind of weird because we have activations. We can go for like an end step welder activation because that'll give us more than one activation. And then we can try to draw cards with our Sensei's top. Though I guess they're going to get a needle on welder off of this saga. So we should probably... We know it's jet and then Citadel. So I think we want to draw jet. I think I want to see the third card down. Fable. Definitely Fable lets me loot away the Citadel, but it will be a turn too late. It's kind of unfortunate. Oh, maybe I was supposed to make a goblin. That just gets me 2 damage. Do I care about a construct here? No. They're going to make another construct? Then I think I do care about a No, they're not going to make another construct. This is kind of a weird priority game. So I assume my opponent is going to get a needle off of this saga, which means I'm going to want to Kiki Jiki Reflection my welder and activate welder, either turning a construct into a bauble or turning a mana crypt into a top. Kind of weird. It's a really weird sequence here. Because if they go for a second construct, then I'm definitely going to get rid of the first construct. Or maybe I get rid of the second no. I guess I could just hold and go for like double. Oh my god, what if I... Oh no, if we had an extra mana, we could not use this pedal and we could make 2 shaman tokens and then we could hard cast Citadel. No, we have a jet on top, don't we? Oh, this means we can't loot away though. We know we have a jet and then a Citadel, so maybe we can still set that up. Do I want to weld my mana curve into a top? No. Okay, I'm just gonna let this happen. This might be a hard cast Citadel line in here with Goblin Shaman tokens. I assume this is going to be a needle on Welder. Welder is like the key to everything that's happening right now. They went for Lotus. Uh-oh. Am I just dead to Underworld Breach after all of this? Oh, this is Lurrus? Lurrus, Lotus, Lurrus. Or, sorry, Lurrus, Lotus, back from Lurrus. Ah. Interesting. Wait, this means that I have discard. Oh no, because I don't have. Okay. Because I don't have a card in my hand, I can't loot away Citadel. But wait, what if I turn 1 mountain into a Goblin Shaman token? Oh god, this is going to get Force of Will. Man. Wait, Force of Will is fine, though, because I have a welder. Wait. I'll have to see what happens here. So I have 4 mana. Oh, that's a bad number of mana. No. I can... Oh, they went for Ancestral. Okay, hold on. I need to do some math. If I make a Goblin Shaman token now... If I make a Goblin Shaman token now, and a Goblin Shaman token on my turn, and I loot away the jet, I can cast Citadel and have Welder. Okay, I think I found the line. So I use my pedal and I copy my shaman token. Make a second welder, get top, draw. I think that's worse. So Yes. That might be better. I think this is better because if they have force of will, then I can weld it back in. If they have force of will here, then it gets countered and then I weld it back in, which is why I wanted to do this line. I guess if they have force of negation, everything is bad. But yeah, but your line requires using goblin welders when I don't want to use my goblin welder. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Like like we don't want to use our goblin welder if possible, right? Because now I can weld the top in, and the game is won. I don't know. I think I like my line better, but I might not be doing a good job of explaining why. Oh, I guess if I make a second welder at end of turn, then I get a bunch more activations. Yeah, that might be true. I kind of didn't really consider welder lines very well because I thought my opponent was 100% getting a needle. Yeah, maybe that was not the best line. Maybe if I, so you want me, so let's think about it for a second. If I get a second welder and I weld in a top instead of mana crypt, and then what am I doing? On my upkeep, I'm activating top and welding the mana crypt back into play with the copy of the welder. And then I have the ability to pitch Citadel, and then I can weld it with the second one. Okay, yeah, the line was way better. That line is just so much better. Then I don't get to weld back in the top though. So I can brick on the Citadel much easier without my top, right? No, if I put the top back on top, that I have to pitch the top to my Fable. I have to pitch both. I have to pitch the card I draw. No, then I can't get Citadel. I have to use the top trick to get an extra card in your line, I think. I don't know. It's very complicated. Do I want to bring in Portal to Phyrexia? Not really. I really don't want it to get abraded. I kind of want to bring in Sphinx of the Steelwind. I think they might have like boarded out a bunch of their graveyard combo stuff. Though I might still want Chalice. I think I don't want Torment's Grip. I think I'd rather just have Soul Guide as my answer. I'd have to go back and look at it. It was a little complicated for sure. I think the line I took was worse than yours, but I'm not 100%. I know that I ended up with a welder active. I ended up with the ability to welder in a top, which I was really happy about. But I did expose myself to negation, which I was not happy about. So flipping top in response to the Fable trigger makes me not draw Citadel. So that doesn't work. I have to have two cards if I use my top. Oh, wait, the Fable trigger is in my main phase. Yeah, because then I would have... Oh, no, that would work. After I draw. Oh, right. Because Fable is in main phase and not upkeep. That might work then, yeah. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, that's much better then. My hand is Saga, Key, Petal, Top. I hate this hand. Let's mulligan. Saga, one drop. Why are all my hands bad? What does this hand even do? Make Saga tokens, I guess? Why have they kept 7 every game and I mulled a 5 every game? What's going on? Turn 1 Dragon Engine is not the play I would make here. I would probably go Saga, Jet, play Key, play Grindstone, play Pedal. Playing Dragon Engine just doesn't do anything. It's a 2/2 double strike. It's just like how good is Saga, basically. This hand is entirely how good is Saga. I guess my opponent's deck, I don't know if they have Wastelands or not. I assume they don't have Wastelands. I'm gonna... I mean, it has Saga, but I don't have any... YOLO. Now they get to see my hand. Brilliant. I've gone to 5 too many games, man. Can't do it anymore. I mean, if Saga is as good as advertised, it should win this game, right? Is that an unrealistic expectation? Maybe I will play turn 1 Dragon Engine. But I can't do turn 1 Dragon Engine unless I draw a Moxen. Because I don't want to use my Pedal on a Dragon Engine. It's just like, yeah. I mean, the power level of these cards is just so much higher than mine. Ooh, wow. That was a nice draw, huh? I just got my Jet negated. Okay. They're at 3 cards, and I'm going to Pyroblast their Ancestral? Might be winning. They just misstep my Grindstone? This is going to go so badly for them. Well, negating Jet makes me not be able to Saga or Engine. So... I mean, I can get like a Mana Volt off of this Saga, and with Key and Engine, it could be pretty good. They have 1 card in hand. Did they get blown out by the top deck Pyroblast? Yeah, they did. The probe came back to haunt them. Oh, they just have Treasure Cruise. Never mind. Never mind. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Pain. Absolute pain. It's a couple restricted cards. Just a couple. All right. Let's get a key in play. I think this game is still winnable, okay? This game is still winnable. There's no need to be sad. We can still win this game. I believe. I think. So, man, we can technically get a Black Lotus and go Welder and Dragon Engine. right? Or we could just get a Vault, in which case we have a bunch of mana, colorless mana anyways, but only colorless mana. Oh, that was like the most brutal. Okay, Iconoclast and put Lurrus in hand. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Iconoclast, put Lurrus in hand is not the end of the world. We drew Mountain, so now we are in no issue on red mana. There's a Lurrus coming. I think we just want Mana Vault. Or would we rather have Soul Ring? We might rather have Soul Ring, right? Because with Soul Ring might be better. I guess we could technically get top. I want to play the Dragon Engine this turn, though. I don't know if Soul Ring's better than Vault here. I just don't think we need... I don't think we need it. Case... Okay. We have Unblockable Dragon Engine. We have Weldable Dragon Engine. We have Weldable Dragon Engine into Grindstone into Mill. They have a top deck Expressive Iteration. It's pretty good. That's not bad. I gotta make this same command, huh? Wait, I don't have... Like, that's not... It's a Cardboard Live command. Should be exclamation mark deck. Not exclamation mark deck list. But maybe I can turn on exclamation mark deck list somehow. Wait, exclamation mark deck list is also supposed to work in Cardboard Live. I don't know, man. So my opponent put a Needle? Is that what they hit? They put a Needle into exile, so I can't use my Goblin Welder? That would be sad. I can't really see. Another Iconoclast. No, they put an Icon... Oh, they put an Iconoclast and an... Okay. Alright, so they Needle my Goblin Welder. Or my Key, I guess. And they have a Lurrus in their hand and an Unknown. So they Needle Goblin Welder. I don't think we're winning this race on... Woo! That is a draw and a half if I've ever seen one. We would have won the game on this turn if they hadn't needled Goblin Welder. We might win this game. I'm going to put a Time Vault in my yard. Okay. Your move, opponent. You've got a Lurrus and an Unknown, and I have a winning line. It's a good top deck. Engineer's sick. What is this? It's a Lurrus. It's a Lurrus, okay. And blue, Time Walk. Okay. I see you, opponent. Another Looka. A Bobble. So they can hit a Braid off a Bobble. That link doesn't load for you? Oh, yeah. That's totally broken. I might need to switch off of Cardboard Live. I'm sorry. It just has not worked at all recently. Well, you'll see it soon. The round is about to end. 2 Bobbles. Oh, yeah, because of Lurrus. So 2 draws for a Braid. Yeah, I've been pretty sad about Cardboard Live recently. I really like the product, but it feels like probably not on the top of the creator's radar anymore. How is Stream Decker? I know other streamers use Stream Decker. I used to use Stream Decker, but Cardboard Live looked like a better product than Stream Decker at the time. I mean, my opponent has 2 draws, and if they draw a braid, we lose, right? Or maybe not lose, but it's bad for me. I did play into Gut Shot, so could lose to that now. Can I get away with sacking the engine? How much does blocking look? I might have to sack the Soul Ring, right? What is this? Dismember? Does that mean they have Dismember and a braid off of this? So am I sacking engine or Soul Ring? Oh, I can't sack Soul Ring. So I have to sack engine. Okay. All right. Well, do we get infinite turns? All right, we do. Now we got to win in 6 minutes here. Oh, I forgot to use my stupid time vault. Oh, I'm so bad. Whoops. All right. I haven't done that in a while. Probably lose this game now. They get 2 more draws to find a braid. I just like drew the engineer and didn't ever use the vault. Unfortunate. Man, Andreas really grinding for the 10 tickets today. I can't believe they didn't concede, but to each their own, I guess. Pretty surprising. Sure. That's a weird attack. Shouldn't we just attack all? Maybe they're not trying to win. I don't really understand. I don't really have things to weld in yet. It kind of feels like he didn't try to win, which is weird because we're still playing the game. Because if he wanted to win, why wouldn't he attack? Yeah, but then why are we playing? All right, well, I have Painter Grindstone now. I mean, I always had Painter Grindstone because of Saga. Said GG's, great games, looks like a fun deck. All right, I'll take it. It was a weird game. Weird game. Pretty close game. Like, if they drew a Braid for my Time Vault on the turn I went off, I think I do lose. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. I'll take it. Okay, here we go. 6th and final round. Magic the Gathering. Wait, I know, of course it's Magic the Gathering. It's the Vintage Challenge. 64 players. We are dead for top 8. Actually, we can go 4-2 with our Sweet Brew. I am looking at a hand that has a nice turn 1 Bitter Reunion, pitching Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Is that worth doing? Why not? I'm down. Might be a little on the bold side, but I would consider a 4-2 to be respectable if we can get there. Oh, there is current deck link. Do I have to edit it every time? I do not currently play Chromox. We'll figure this out later. All right, I am going to go... The deck list is now in the Cardboard Live, though, Sean, if you want to see it. No, it's not the Cardboard Live anymore. It's the Stream Decker now. We've moved on. All right, I'm going to discard this Phyrexian Dragon Engine and draw 2 cards. We drew a land, so that makes Justin very happy. All right, Plains, so maybe some mono-white initiative. If you're playing mono-white initiative, please, for the love of God, do not keep Plains Go as their 7-card hand. Should be mulliganing to a hand that has a turn 1 play. All right, we're going to get a Fable of the Mirror Breaker into play. And pass it back. Let's see, I am hoping they at least have Ancient Tomb 3-drop here. Wasteland, I guess that's pretty good too. But this lets us go Fable and stuff, so it's pretty bad for them. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to pitch... I don't think I'm going to pitch both Pyroblast in case I get, like, Painter with this Engineer. I think I'm going to pitch the Soul Guide Lantern. Oh. Now we have some, like, serious choices to make. I think the answer is still Engineer for Vault Key, though. We don't have any artifacts in play. That's problematic. I didn't realize that. How did that happen? We just have no Moxen? Another Wasteland. And pass? What are they holding up in swords? I know I get treasure, but I can't actually use... I can't, like, kill them this turn unless I drew an artifact. You know? Like, I can't actually go for a Vault Key here because to weld in my thing, it doesn't work out for me. Okay, they are just off it, I guess. I don't know what's going on, chat. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what just happened. If they were to, like, Swords my Shaman, then I think I would have to go key? I don't know, man. I mean, we are in the 3-2 bracket of a challenge. This is like where you find the mono black tendrils decks, and I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So I do like our mono white matchup, though our opponent kept an interesting hand. We're gonna bring in Fury and Sphinx, and then on the play we're gonna bring in Chalice, and we're gonna take out Citadel, and we're gonna take out Soul Guide Lantern, and we're going to take out the Bitter Reunions, and we're going to take out Sensei's Top, and this is our plan against mono white, and we hit submit. So does anyone know if there's a way to get AdCom for Stream Decker to always give my current deck? Is that a thing? What am I needling? Wasteland? Probably. No worries, no worries. I don't expect that I will be at Four Seasons in March. I am looking to go to Four Seasons and the next one after that. I think I'm looking to maybe do 2 Italy trips a year. Doing more than 2 is a little tough. Oh, this doesn't even have the Dragon Engine in it? Why can't all of these sites just work, you know? I can try to add the Dragon Engine in it if you want. PHYREXIA Dragon Engine. It probably just didn't come in from the Magic Online port very well. I didn't want to add 4 PHYREXIA Dragon Engines, though. All right, I'm going to update it. How about now? Wait, where'd the Dragon Engine go? Bro, I don't know how this works. I don't think it works. I think it just breaks. Whatever. I quit. What do we have in this hand? We have a Wastelandable Land and a Mana Vault and a Simian Spirit Guide and an Engineer. I mean, this is probably keep. This deck is a lot of fun. I've been having a good time. Why are there planes go? What is happening in this game? What am I playing here? So if I go for... If I go for Grindstone and I use my Mana Vault, I won't have enough mana to use my Grindstone. So I think what I'll do is I'll go Engineer for Grindstone and Simian Spirit Guide out the... Going for Painter Servant here is so bad, though. I changed my mind. I'm just going to go for a Phyrexian Dragon Engine. I just don't want to get Swords or Solituded. So I'm going to go Painter Servant on blue and Needle on Wasteland. And then hopefully I can like Fury their thing and bring back an engine and draw 3 cards. This looks fine. Okay, Ancient Tomb. Give me the initiative, baby. Give me the initiative. Give me the initiative. Unlucky. I was really hoping I could get the initiative here. All right, so I'm going to Fury this and then Dragon Engine. I'm going to pitch... I guess I can pitch the Fable and make red mana. It's kind of cool, I guess. Kill this. Pitch this. Dragon Engine, my Mana Vault. Why does this deck have Dragon Engine? Because it draws you 3 cards. Well, those are kind of unfortunate cards, to be honest, but... Phyrexian Dragon Engine. It's the new and improved. I guess I'm getting kind of close to hard bringing it back with Unearth if I want to. Drawing 3 mana sources wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Is this the initiative? Ooh, what do we got? Thalia. Okay. And Spirit of the Labyrinth. Okay. Thalia and Spirit of the Labyrinth would have been better before my Phyrexian engine thing came into play. So, attack with engine. I guess they didn't have removal because all this stuff is still in play. So I guess I could have gone for Grindstone and probably won the game, but it felt really bad to like go all in on Painter Grindstone against the deck that can have a million. This is fine. I accept. Like if your Spirit ever leaves play, I just get to draw cards again. I'm down. Also, now I get to play this and still have a Goblin Engineer to like turn one of these into a mana thing. This looks really good for me. Also, I could actually just do it on their turn to draw 1 card. So, I'm going to do that. Okay. Seasoned Dungeoneer time. It is the initiative. All right, so I'm going to activate this and bring back my Phyrexian Dragon Engine, sacking this. Does it matter? Don't think it matters. Sack the Sapphire. I get to draw a card. Petal. I still can't use my Fable, but we just win the game here with enough mana. So if I had sacked my Needle, am I short on mana here? Or do I have just enough? I think I'm short on mana because I chose to... I still would be short on mana. I'd be 1 short either way. Oh, actually, I guess I have a nice attack here. Oh, wait, no, I have a Shaman. So I actually lost, or I didn't lose this game, but I should have attacked. I should have switched my Needle out. Sean was right, because this is going to give me 5 mana. I can engineer for a Grindstone and get a Grindstone for 1, but then I have only 2 mana. Oh, unless this connects, in which case I have 6 mana, because I get a basic. Okay, this is actually sick. Let's do that. And they have to not have Solitude or Swords, I guess, but whatever. I don't think it's worth playing around anything. Just go. Okay. I really dislike the hands my opponent chose to keep in this game, which makes it not a very useful game of testing, unfortunately. But we got to do some of the cool things that our deck does. Phyrexian Dragon Engine is a great card. I'm a real big fan of that one. I like this deck, actually. I like this deck a lot. Let me just show the deck and talk about it, and then we'll close up the stream here. I love basics, so we have a couple versions of the deck, but I like the one that has all the basics in it for sure. This is what we played today. I think this deck is really sweet. I think this deck is quite good against mono white. The problems this deck have mostly stem from fast combo. You do have some amount of force of will with Simian Spirit Guide, Exile for Pyroblast, but it's really not enough to fully justify. We didn't run into any Bazaar today, which is our main Magus of the Moon target. We could like, I don't know, the other anti-combo cards are just not very good, so I'm not really sure what to do about it. But this was supposed to be an anti-mono white deck, and we went, what, 2-1 versus mono white, and we didn't really lose to mono white. We really lost to like turn 2 Trinisphere twice, right? So not a huge deal. I like the build of this deck. I think the Bitter Reunions were good. I think the Bitter Reunions were good. I don't know if they deserve a spot in the deck, but they were definitely not bad. I consider those the biggest flex slots in the deck. It's possible the deck is one more mana short. We can probably look for maybe more mana. I find that with the matchups where we would want bridge, I think we're already fine. Like, we do cool things with like Portal of Phyrexia and stuff. I don't think we need a bridge. I mean, the matches I'm really worried about are like Oops All Spells, Coveted Jewel Shops, any of those like hard combo decks. Those seem like the things that would be really hard for this deck to beat, because you're just not doing a very powerful thing fast enough. Obviously, you have turn 1 Welder, turn 2 Engineer for Citadel. That's your best possible line. I guess technically with Bitter Reunion in the deck, you technically have turn 1 Citadel possibilities if you had like Black Lotus and a bunch of mana. Of course, we talked about it a little bit on stream. You can definitely splash blue if you want. You lose out on the really nice 8 mountains, but you get the power of Ancestral Time Walk Tinker. This one currently doesn't have a Tolarian Academy in it. I'm not 100% sure you're allowed to play Tolarian Academy in this deck. You might, if you do play Tolarian Academy, you might have to cut like another artifact or something. You could probably cut, like, you could cut maybe the Soul Guide Lantern, or like, obviously you could cut the portal and put the portal in the sideboard. The portal is like really only good against mono white, so maybe if you like cut portal, put the portal in the sideboard, and then you play like this, and you play one more Academy or something, then you can. This deck looks like more powerful to me, but you are obviously making your deck much weaker to Wasteland, and you're weaker to like a bunch of things that have to involve with your artifacts, and you're also, of course, are also opening yourself up to just not being able to cast your blue spells. We already had some issues in this tournament where we couldn't cast our red spells, just because you have a lot of off-color, colorless mana. So things to think about. I'm not 100. I am 100% convinced you want 4 Furies in your sideboard. I'm not 100% convinced you want Magus in this one. Obviously, Magus is a non-bow versus Saga, but it's also very, very good against all of the Bazaar decks. So, a little here, a little there. Thank you for watching. More vintage content is coming up on my YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, and I will see you then.